Hi there YouTube, and welcome to our very first series on the channel. We'll be playing Pillars of Eternity, where I plan to 100% the game. I have played the intro a bit, but not much further than the second map, I think. So let's see what happens.
Five wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night, their master glancing ever upward to the skies for assurance that he is on the right course. A dim lantern his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
Okay, here we go. Okay, just a heads up, there are a lot of weird names in this game, and I am gonna butcher them. So just bear with me. Okay, next, human, meadowfolk, ranger. Oh, sorry, like I said, I have already gone through this part. Let's do that. Might. I think it was a hunter. Let's go there. There. I'm happy with that. That's good, that's fine. Yes. Caronaxis. And there we go. The caravan master finishes addressing the group, his bushy red mustache and sagging jowls quivering as if for emphasis.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you were planning a stroll through those ruins up there.
He nods towards looming black mass in the hillside.
Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who would be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks. Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood?
At last, the caravan master turns to you, frowning as he looks you over.
Touch of the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle round here, carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, course. Which case you'll be dead in a day. There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry. About the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water. I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker, but see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here.
He nods in your direction. Sparful nods and slides the worn bow over his shoulder. Where would I find these
They
berries?
grow on a bush that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one.
What are those ruins?
Nothing you won't see on half the hills of Glonfoth. Money to be made selling their knickknacks in Defiance Bay if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again. They didn't build them, but I'll be the effigy if they don't watch them like a mother bear.
Glonfoth. Sounds like something from Rick and Morty.
Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got nothing left worth half a pond, so I hear.
Who did build these ruins?
Got different names for them. Settlers called them Ingwithans. Nobody that liked them enough to stop them becoming ruins, tell you that much.
Is it dangerous out here?
Not if you hurry about your business, and not if the weather holds up.
What kind of weather do they get out here?
This time of year, rain mostly, and wind. But there's a different kind of wind out here time to time. Locals call it a beowick, born out of the ether, the spirit's path. Never seen it myself, never cared to.
What are these huge rocks coming up from the ground?
They don't got Adra where you come from? Well, it just grows up out of the ground like this. Goes deep like tree roots. Some of it all the way to the heart of the world, you believe the stories. It's more like a shell than a proper rock. Easier to work if you're a mason. Got all kinds of strange properties. Seems to have some kind of life of its own. Dies if it gets dug up. Loses its luster. Folks think it probably grew at one point or another, but not these days. The soul butchers in Defiance Bay use it for different things. I've heard tell it can hold a man's soul, but I don't care to see it. Got enough to worry about without seeing something like that.
I'll go see about those berries then.
Hold on. Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot, not like most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep.
Well, thank you for the vote of confidence. He scans you he scans over the travelers, resting his eyes at length on a sturdy armor-clad woman who has spent the journey night sleeping on uneven ground without blanket or pillow.
Calisca. Calisca!
The woman looks up on her own time.
He needs to find some springberries. Watch that he doesn't drop dead.
No promises.
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
Don't listen to her. You're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything. Off with you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a beowick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
You heard the man. Let's get going before you keel over.
Sure.
Okay. Yes, yes.
Hey there. I see where you're going with that. I see where you're going with that. I see where you're going with that.
Man.
Anyone need supplies? I've got sundries for sale.
Go away. I am just gonna rush through this first part, as I know exactly where everything is, basically. And then we can take off from the second part. Exploring is key in Pillars of Eternity as you make your way through the Eastern Reach. Open the area map to see what parts of the map you've already been to and what's left to explore. I kick your ass, dear. supposed to be a fast mode on this game, but I can't remember how to put it on. Use the tab key to highlight interactive object in the environment.
This is recent. Not good.
It's my piglet. I wonder if each character has a pet slot. No, only the main character. No.
I'll have your water soon
Purple.
enough. Stream's not going anywhere.
Okay, dude, just chill.
Let's check by those outcrops. We shouldn't stray too far.
Show them how it's done! Yeah?
This is it.
Yeah?
As you receive quests, your journal will update with relevant information. If you ever get stuck, open it up to review your notes. I hear you're pretty good. You're a pretty good hunter. Don't tell Sharpful, or he'll run his mouth clear to the Gilded Veil, trying to convince you how much better he is. I spent a lot of time living on my own in the wilderness. Yeah, how has that happened to come here? Civilization came and spoiled the land. Civilization came and spoiled the land. Some things just aren't in the stars. There's no changing it. Makes you wonder if the gods like putting us in situations that can't be resolved just to see what we do. Calisca breathes in her surroundings. Been a long time since I've been this way, but I always did like it. Lord Raedric offers makes a girl think. I'll give him that. You are here to settle like the rest of us lot. Now I'm just passing through. That's usually the case with the big cities, just a little ways further up the road where you're headed. Though it's better just putting some distance between me and my old life as much as possibly can. Seeing as how we're halfway between nowhere and nothing, I'd say you picked the right spot. In a way, I'm wasting time here. Odima will give me an earful. Let's be on our way. Why are you here? Calisca says unevenly. Her eyes search the ground at her feet. My sister moved out here sometime back. She sent me a letter. She seemed worried, but that's how she always is. This time though, she asked me to come out, and that's got me a little worried. I haven't seen her in ages. Been doing guide work in Examatal. But I'd do anything for her. She's a much better woman than me, so I'm here and we'll see. Dima I've worked with before. He doesn't usually drive this route this way, but he's doing it for me. Tell me about yourself. I've got simple needs. I like open skies and a far horizon. I find work that lets me live that way. My family wanders too. We started in Deerwood, but my parents ended up in the living lands. I've got a brother in Rawatai and another in Ayadir. My sister in Gilded Vale. She is the only real homebody. What can you tell me about the Deerwood? I'm not much for history, but from what I know, it used to be part of the Adir Empire, broke off after a war some years back. The locals here are feisty, and that's how they like it. Alright, let's go back to the camp. You know, I wouldn't hold my breath that Sparfle's getting you water anytime soon. He does what he feels like, when he feels like it. We should check up on him first, slap him around a little. Stream's just down the way. Come on, let's get your water.
Sure.
What a surprise. Sparfle went hunting.
You crouch at the riverbank and dip your water skin into the cool water while Calisca waits nearby, keeping watch. As you rise, you notice her look up sharply towards the tree line. Out of the trees emerges Sparkle, one of the guides, barely discernible in the dim moonlight. He no longer carries his bow, and there is a stranger to his gait, his stride wobbly as he moves towards you with labored breath. Calisca frowns.
Are you all right?
Sparflestow catches a rock and he collapses forward in a heap, a feathered shaft of an arrow planted between his shoulders like an enemy flag.
Ambush!
I should have gotten the better bow. Forgot about that.
Come on, we have to get back to camp.
I can hear them swords pushing. Long fall.
Show him how it's done! Yeah? Sure. Yeah?
Okay. Let us move forward. All around you lie massacred remains of the other travelers, peppered with arrows and knife hilts, splayed and bug-eyed and filthy. Calisca puts the back of her hand to her mouth as if to ward off away some poison vapor. A handful of dark figures stand above the fallen, treading on limbs and backs and heads, jerking their axes from bodies as if from half-splitting logs. One of them, towering and severe with a thick beard tasseled with knots, holds a wet blade at the neck of one of the man you recognize as Eora, the last of your caravan left standing. Lay down your arms, trespasser. Do not forfeit this man's life for a fight you will lose. Why have you done this? You have trespassed in the places of which no mortal man is worthy. You are trespassers and plunderers all, and we will see the outrage avenged. So I say again, lay down your arms. Don't trust them. They mean to kill us all. Your courage is a mask. None of you okay. Only a fool attacks a weak enemy while a stronger one yet lives. The man considers this, looking at you up and down. Yet. He shoves Eora towards you. As he does this, so the man rakes his blade against Eora's torso. Eora screams and stumbles forward, a white gash in his clothing beginning to bloom crimson. The man sets his feet to engage you, his axe raised.
Show him how it... Show...
The thing
Sure.
that upsets me about this spot is that you can't actually get your loot. It's upsetting. Very audible beneath his choked says, a whisper of wind stirs in the air. At this, the man's eyes rolls back as he closes them. Good, good. The gods are just. A queer smile crosses his face. I am ready. The wind begins to swell, whooping around the camp, electric and volatile, bending pots and rattling tents like an angry spirit. You can feel it begin to seep beneath your skin, and where it pierces you, it feels as though it is rending you apart from within. Seated against the wagon wheel amidst the howling maelstrom, slashes across chest and bowel, Odima's body stirs, and with great effort he raises his sagging head. His eyes barely open. He looks directly
Get
at you.
inside! Run!
Straining against a gale that threatens to pull you off your feet with every step, you set your hands in the worn folds of weathered rocks and set about pulling yourself up the precipice. With a last burst of energy before your arms give out, you swing yourself up onto the ledge. Eoden's trail behind you, slowed by injury and delayed by early hesitation. As he nears the face of the rocks, one of the fallen attackers who had been feigning death lunges for Eoden and topples him into the rocky ground. Restrained, Eoden lashes out against his fatigued assailant, but struggles to break his hold. They are close to you from your position. You would have a good chance of hitting your mark. Fire at the attacker. Your aim is true and the hit jars Eoden loose. Lurching to his feet, Eoden clambers up the base of the rocks. As he nears the top, however, the wind flares, pulling him sideways and tearing one of his hands free. But diving out onto the hard rock, you manage to catch hold of it, securing his other hand. You pull with waning strength, and it feels as though your arm will be jerked from their sockets. They hold just long enough for Eoden to set his feet and join you on the trembling ledge. There's a deep resonance to the swelling wind now. You feel it in the rocks beneath your feet and inside the cavity of your own chest, as though it would shake the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the old stones before you, loosening connection, unsettling balances. As you dart beneath the old archway, the entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight.
Was that?
A Bewick. Had to be.
Then we're lucky to be alive.
And we're the only ones.
We can't stay here. There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside. Can you walk?
She eyes the ragged slash across Eoden's belly. Eoden's jaw tightens. He nods. Okay, I think we're gonna call it here for the day. Thank you for watching and hit that subscribe button.